have. But no one could overestimate the vital role that responsibility plays in a leader's path to success. So own up, stand up, take responsibility. But none of these things are as powerful as a vision and a passion. This helps us, motivates us. It helps us to rule and to live above the conditions of something. But it burdens us, it places a burden in us to fix it, to bring a solution, to make things better. And these are just information I want to give to you as an introduction to today's session. So what is fueling your passion? What is your vision? Make an honest evaluation this morning of what you see around you. Listen to the truth. Listen to what your heart is saying to you. Embrace the reality rather than living an idealistic vision in the world. It must be a burden. It must be achievable. It must be realistic and need to bring solutions to the table. So what is your vision? What is your passion? What are you passionate about? So the first law I want to look today at is the law of the mountain. There are certain key elements to be successful in scaling this mountain in your leadership. So we start off with commitment. Be committed. My competencies, my skills are important. But my passion is the foundation. My vision is the vehicle to embrace that passion and to harness that passion that leads to my commitment towards what I'm doing. Any leader goes through challenging times. Any vision have birth pangs that needs to come to fruition. We need to push through these birth pangs to make it a success. So be committed to the vision. Then my competencies, my skills, my academic achievements will help me in this. But that is not the starting point. The starting point starts with vision, passion, commitment. And once you have all that in place, start to communicate this vision. Share it with key people around you. This is the mountain. This is how we scale a problem. This is how we reach the pinnacle of our mountains. As you share this vision with your inner circle, with those that believe what you are standing for, and embracing this vision, you shall reach that high level of excellence. So here are some important steps to take in facing a problem. And I'm speaking to myself as well. All of us are going through some or other challenge in our lives. We are challenged by circumstances. We are challenged by commitment, or rather say uncommitment. So what are the steps in facing a problem? The first step we have to face or acknowledge is to acknowledge that a problem exists. Don't think it away. Don't come with the thing that says the power of positive thinking. Yes, there's a place for this, and I believe that, and I try to live that, to confess the right things. But the confession of the positive does not cancel out the problem. It's still there. But my positivity, my belief in the vision, my passion will help me to address this problem in my life. And the next phase of acknowledging that there's a problem, identify the specific problem. Don't generalize we are going through a tough time. What are the things that you're going through? What are the things that you're experiencing? Be specific. Because you cannot bring a solution to the table if you do not know exactly what is the problem. So in developing this process, these steps in problem solving, now you can decide upon a solution, because I know the problem and here's the solution. A generalized problem cannot bring a solution to the table. Now, after you have done that, after you've decided on a solution and you know what the problem is, now you select the people to address the problem. Yes, we have leaders, but not all leaders are qualified for a specific situation or geared for a specific situation. So pick the right person for the right problem to bring the right solution. And your leadership must understand this, that if I'm not picked for this, I will be picked in the next situation based upon my talents, my skills, my competencies, and then you bring the solution to the table and you select your leaders, you select your team, you hand pick your team. Don't pick the team based upon a position. Pick the team based upon what they can contribute in bringing the solution to the table. And then you place those people that you've picked in your team in their areas of strength. Some people are creative, others are practical, others can write a business plan or a solution plan, others are excellent in technology. Use their skills, use their strengths, you place them there, and now you empower them to take action. Give them the assignment and the parameters where they can operate. Let them embrace that thing that they are responsible for. And then you will experience multiple positive results, because now it's not just your problem, it has become our problem. And it's not what you can do to bring the solution, it's what can we do to bring forth a solution in this problem. So just look at your own life. Where are you battling? Make the phone call. Speak to somebody. Get guidance. Sit with people with wisdom and experience. And then you bring a solution. You pick your team and you place them in the area of strength, and the effort in solution finding is now being divided amongst the team within their strengths, and it will lighten the load off your shoulders, because we don't, as a leader, we don't have all these answers, we don't have all the solutions. Don't be a superman, don't be a superhero, be a super team. Teamwork will help you to achieve the vision that you have for your organization, or for your personal life, for your ministry, or for your NPOs or NGOs. So what is your mountain this morning? What's your dream? What are you facing today that seems impossible to achieve? And most of the time, these problems, these mountains we face, are too big for us to scale it alone. We need people to have the anchor rope ready. We need somebody that will walk ahead, that has been there before, to give guidance, to give counsel. We have people at the base camp. If you scale Mount Everest, you all go to base camp, but not everybody at the base camp will scale the mountain. The base camp is there to help us, to give us the base from where we can scale the mountain. But as you go onto this mountain, as you scale this mountain, make sure that you have team members that are experienced, that they have areas of expertise, areas of skills that they can contribute to the team's vision. Do you have a team? Do you have people around you that can take things out of your hand so that you can focus on what you need to do? And a good leader must be able to delegate tasks to others. What seems to be mundane for you, it might be a dream for somebody else. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, said to Moses, Moses, you're going to kill yourself by trying to bring all the solutions, solving all the problems by yourself. Pick a team. And this is the Jethro principle. Pick your team. Do you have a team? And the size of the team helps, but the size of the team does not bring solutions. Qualified people with a passion, a vision, with competencies will bring solutions. So pick your team to help you bring solutions. Focus on your team. And every team must consist of specific people. If you are facing a new challenge, something that you have never done before, pick a creative team. Because they think out of the box. They think differently from others. If you have a very controversial problem, pick a team that's unified, that believes that this is the right thing to do, even though it might be controversial. Don't have the critics on that team. They will tell you it's not possible. A negative, critical person will find a problem in every solution. We don't need them. They will contaminate the whole team. And during this post-COVID-19 period, we are facing many changes. We cannot do the things that we have done in the past in the same way. So we need to pick a team that's flexible, that can adapt quickly to change. We didn't have a manual for COVID-19. In the same way, we don't have a manual for post-COVID-19. We can only rely on certain principles. If you are facing an unpleasant situation, we have to correct, discipline, lay off, retrench, whatever situation you are facing that is unpleasant, pick a motivated team. Don't pick a team that will tell you, oh, we are going through tough times and show you all the negative things. We know this. As a leader, you know this. You need to pick a team that are motivated, that will say, we can do this. What about this? What about this? Even though it might not be the solution, at least they are thinking. And out of that brainstorming, a solution might be birthed. If your mountain you're facing is very complex, there are many things to do, pick a diverse team. Pick people on your team that can do various things. Don't just pick one or two that must do everything. Pick a team with diverse skills, diverse abilities. If your problem is a long-term, you are seeking a long-term solution, pick a team that are determined. They must be determined as a bulldog. They will grasp on and hold on, even if there are tough times, even if there are challenges. They will not give up because they are determined. I shall make this happen. I shall push this through. Doesn't matter the price I'm going to pay. Pick those people for your team for long-term solutions. And if you are facing a situation that's too big to handle, pick your experienced people. Even if it's a handful, pick them. So be constantly on the lookout for skilled people. And remember what we have said in the past. You can never lead people beyond the level of your leadership. If you are a number 6 leader out of 10, you will never draw level 6 leaders. You will draw level 5 and 4. So improve your own leadership skills so that you can draw a higher level of leaders. So how do I grow my team? Develop the players you already have, because they are there. Develop them through encouragement. Some people have the talents, the skills, but they are demotivated. Encourage them, train them, sit them down, have an indaba, have leadership empowerment sessions in 3 or 4 groups of 3 or 4 or 5 people. Empower them with new knowledge, new skills. Mentor them. Bring them aside, alongside of you, so they can see how you address a problem, how you do discipling, how you do corrections, how you mentor. Give them direction. Because as you start, everybody is excited. But as the journey progresses into a new season, you can tend to lose your focus because of the mountains you face. So we're constantly sharing the vision, constantly giving directions, constantly sending them, constantly giving them something to hold on. But you lead and let them hold on to your tail, your jacket tails, that they hang on. Give them something to hang on to. And as you go into this journey, give them more responsibility as they have shown their commitment, as they have shown their skills, as they have revealed that they are trustworthy. So you give them more responsibility and keep them accountable. Keep them accountable for their responsibilities. Yes, at the end of the day, the buck stops at your table. But let them do something. Give them, what is the word I'm looking for? Give them signing rights on certain things. That they don't have to come run to you with every decision. I told you before, every leader, as they step into a place of influence, they step into that place with a toolbox. And every training session, every mentoring session, every experience they go through, whatever they see is a tool into the toolbox. And the fuller your toolbox is, the more you can do. So don't hide them from problems. Be there for them during a problem so that they can learn and gain some tools for their toolbox. The second aspect I want to mention on how to grow your team: add key team members with competency, with maturity, compatibility and credibility. So these are certain things that we must look at. And in this process of team building, change the leadership from time to time. Let somebody else take responsibility for walking ahead. Somebody that has the skills and expertise, that has the vision, that has the commitment. Let them lead that phase. Next time it might be somebody else. And we might be surprised. A new leader, a new team leader might be birthed so that you can be released from that role and take on something new. And then the tough part to grow your team: intellectually, sensitively, remove ineffective team members. Yes, it happens. It happens that we pick people that we think at that time, based upon the information we have or had then, you pick them, and as time progresses, you realize, oh my goodness, this was a wrong choice. And this is where leadership must become wise. in how to move an ineffective team member to a place of training, of equipping, of giving that person the tools to become part of a team in the future. Don't write people off and say, you will never be able to make it. And release that person in such a way that that person not demotivated, negative, critical, or feel worthless. It is a temporary relocation, redeployment into training. And that's our role as a leader. To raise up leaders. And to raise up leaders, it's relational. You must stand in relationship with people. I'm not talking about buddies. I'm talking about relationship. Know people, care for people. And in this raising up of leaders, be resourceful. Some people grow on a one-on-one. Some want a group. Some want teams to work together. Be resourceful. Know your people. And reward them for every milestone achieved. Don't just have a vision for 10 years. Have a vision for the year. Have a plan for 6 months. Have a plan for a month. And reward them for every milestone. This is why the academic world is also busy changing. Instead of just having a 3-year degree, they'll have a 1-year certificate, a 2-year diploma. One builds upon the other, and then you have your 3-year diploma. 3 qualifications, where it used to be just 1 qualification. Be wise. Motivate people. Respect them. Empower them. And this is how you scale your mountain. Work on your team. Raise them up. And this is the law of the mountain. I want to go over to the law of respect. And we know this law very, very well. We have heard about it a lot, so I will take moments on this just to brush off, just to give you some new tools. And remember, I've said to you, these videos, share it with your team players. Share it with your leadership. Show it at your team building exercises. This is why I'm doing this. It's to give you a tool in your hand, in your toolbox to use. Sometimes you've been saying this for how many years? And the next, when somebody else from a different perspective says the same thing, suddenly people understand it. Use these tools. And yes, I am available for team building exercises, for leadership empowerment sessions at your organization or in your church. Just contact me, I will come and we will tailor-make a program to address the needs in your leadership. So, how do we build this respect? How do we gain respect from others? The first thing, your ability. Who you are. What you do. What you have done. Your respect that you have for other people. Respect is earned, is not taken. Respect does not come through a title or a position. It comes relationally. When people respect you as a person, they will admire you. And that's good. But admiration is not enough. When people respect you as a friend, they will love you. And that's also good. But there's more. When they respect you as a leader, they will follow you. So many times we pick people on our team that loves us. We pick people on our team that say all the nice things about us. And we need them. But we need people more that will follow, that take ownership and go to the next level. So, and as you do all these things in respect, respect comes from successes. As I said in the previous session, Have small goals. Have rewards available. Not just for the team, reward yourself as well. So that the team can see the success of leadership. And that breeds loyalty. That brings commitment, faithfulness. And all of this together gives the team security. People are lacking today. People are struggling because of insecurity. Insecurity of the future, insecurity about financial constraints, insecurity as a result of unemployment, retrenchment, whatever the reason might be. Provide for them a safety net. And all of this, we are adding value to other people. So here are a few principles to remember in closing. When a leader gains respect, leading becomes easier. They won't question you. They won't challenge you because they respect you. They might disagree from you. They might ask you questions and then you provide answers. But they respect what you have done. Respect is a matter of leadership and not a position, a title, or even a gender. Respect is the highest level of leadership. A leader is at his best when others follow him. Otherwise, you are just somebody taking a walk with no knowing you. What are the people that are following you? If it's the wrong crowd, get another team. Ask yourself, what am I portraying? What is it in me that draws them unto me? It's not always the people that are wrong. It's not always the team's fault. Sometimes it's our fault. How have I picked wrong? So turn around this morning. Look at your team. Ask yourself the hard questions. And I'm going to mention something now that is whole teaching on its own, but I just want to mention it quickly because it links very closely with respect. It's the 5 levels of leadership. The lowest level of leadership is position. I'm the boss because I have the title. I have the corner office, so you have to follow me. You have to obey me. Or to tell your children, you obey me, do what I say. Not necessarily do what I do. So people will follow you because of the position. And they will try to find ways to undermine responsibilities. They will use every day of sick leave in a cycle of 3 years. They will not work overtime if there's no pay. They just do their job because of the job description, not because they respect you. The second level is permission. People will grant you permission for what you have done for them. So reach out to people, help them, rescue them, build them up, empower them, and they will give you permission to lead them. So that's a higher level of leadership. The third level is production. The production level, people will follow you for who you are, what you are doing, your skills, your competencies, what you can add to the organization. They admire and respect your gift, your knowledge. And then the fourth one is people development. People will respect you for how you have developed them and others. How you've empowered them. And they will respect you and they will be willing to pay a price for the vision. Even if there's no financial rewards. They will be there first at the work. They will work until the last one to leave. They will be willing to sacrifice because of how you've developed them and others. And the fifth level of leadership is very, very seldom that leaders reach this level. And this is personhood. The personhood is how you have impacted not just your organization, but how you have impacted your community, your nation, and globally. We can think of a few that have really impacted broader than their own sphere of influence. We can think about Mother Teresa, how she has impacted her church, her community, and today still respected for what she has done for the broader sense of nations. We can bring it a little bit closer. But before I get to that one, there's another one. You might disagree with me, but this is somebody that has made an impact globally. For instance, Adolf Hitler. He has made an impact in his community, in his nation, and globally. Not necessarily positively, but he has made an impact. And people respect him for his leadership abilities. Yes, they are lacking many other things. But be open-minded. And the other one, as I said, bring it a little bit closer home. Our former president, the late Mr. Nelson Mandela. How we impacted the community. How we transformed the nation. In 1995, when the South African rugby team won the World Cup, before the game started, he walked onto the pitch with the number 6 Springbok jersey on, showing solidarity. He united the nation through rugby. And he is seen as an icon of unification. He has received so many accolades for what he has done beyond his own. And these are the different levels of leadership. More about it on a whole different teaching. So discipline yourself to constantly improve as a leader. Grow constantly, daily, every day. Leadership is not an event, it's a process of life. Cultivate positive relationships with your team. Know them, encourage and empower them. And help them to encourage each other and empower each other. To carry the burden of the team above your own burdens. And lastly, invest in others. Help them to reach their full potential so that you can scale the leadership positions or the levels of leadership. Where are you today? Are you position, permission, production, people development, or are you one of the few at the personhood level? Evaluate your own life. Think about it. And continue growing as a leader, because leadership is a choice as you influence others. Thank you for joining, and please share this video with other people. And I also have a YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel, Hardus Pretorius, and follow me. I post there very often, and if you've missed a video on this teachings, all my videos remain on my Facebook page. Go and watch it and share it with others. God bless you.